Robert. Hey, I was just working on my solar system today. You see the outer solar system and the inner solar system. This is all the stuff that surrounds this giant ball. It's called the sun. It's a giant ball of fire. It gives the planets light and heat, but it's really far away from the Earth. It's actually 93 million miles away. It is actually 59 million degrees. That's taking a normal summer day in Jersey and North Carolina by 655,000. That's pretty high. I wonder what it's like on planets that are closer to the sun or much more far away. And I'll get them into two groups: the inner planets and the outer planets, and the dwarf planets. The inner planets are Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars. They're the ones that are closest to the sun. Because they're the closest, they're hotter than the other planets. That's not the only thing that makes them special. See, these planets are made of the solid, rocky material. As you can tell, the outer planets are much bigger than the inner planets. They're Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. They're not always called the outer planets. Sometimes they're called gas giants, because they're mostly made up of gas. It might have solid cores in the sun, but scientists don't know yet. It's pretty cool. Let's just get started and meet one of these planets. Here I am on a planet that's closest to the sun, Mercury. Because you're so close, it's pretty hot here. It has a rocky surface that's filled with a lot of craters, and every single crater on here has a name. But you guys know this is the smallest of the 8 planets in our solar system? Let's see exactly how small it is compared to the other ones. Wow, Mercury is a tiny planet. Mercury is so small that it was part marked with craters on it. One crater smashed into it, and it spread across almost the whole entire planet. And if it would crash into Earth, it would crush some of the parts of the world. And it would create massive tsunamis and waves bigger than ours.
Wow. Is that all you have?
Believe that.
Is that all you have to tell us about the first planet?
Yep.
And does
And
it?
if you think the first planet's the hottest, then you're wrong. Second planet is hottest. Venus. Venus is so hot. It's the hottest planet. It has clouds of sulfuric acid. It's a deadly poison.
Why do we think it's so hot?
Because, you see, look.
Does it have an atmosphere?
Yes.
And what do you think that atmosphere does?
It burns asteroids and everything else.
Does it hold the heat in on the planet, or does it let it out?
It lets it out, and guess what? Venus has more active volcanoes. That means more heat bouncing gases. And did you notice? It has lightning, but do you notice the number of times that it hits the ground on Venus? 0 times. And guess what? And if you touch the clouds, then be careful not to do that. It's very dangerous.
Wow. Are you sure
The
that...
sulfuric acid is poisonous, and do you notice the ground on Venus is heavier? That triggers lightning to move from cloud to cloud.
Interesting.
let's just leave Venus for a moment before we get burned up. Now we're on the planet Earth. Earth is called a Goldilocks planet because it's not too hot, not too cold. It's just right. The Earth is the only planet with living things.
What's special about the Earth?
That's the only planet with life.
Nice.
And something interesting that makes these life is the water. If it was too close to the sun, the water would evaporate. If it was further out in space, if it was further, freeze.
It would freeze.
Yep.
Wow.
The oceans would freeze.
Nice. Does it have an atmosphere?
Yes.
It does. Well, that's nice. Now, do these planets just sit still or do they move?
They move
Where do they move?
around the sun. But guess what? Mercury, they also spin, but Mercury spins very slow. Venus is the slowest rotating one.
It is. Do you know how many
And
days?
Earth, do you know how many days?
How many days does it take Earth to circle the sun, to orbit the sun?
I don't know, but I'll tell you how many years it takes.
Doesn't it?
1 year. 1 year to circle, to take Earth, to take around the sun.
How many days is in a year? 300 and what?
306.
300 and what?
306. 305.
You're getting close. You put the numbers together.
304.
It's 365.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Thanks for reminding me.
Let me yes, that no problem, buddy. You've been working hard.
Now let's go to the next planet that is similar to our planet. The red. Now I'm on the last of the inner planet. Now some people know it as the red planet, but we all know it as Mars. Mars is actually has. Do you know what's similar? Why Mars is similar to Earth? Because they both experience 4 seasons.
Oh, they experience 4 seasons. That's nice.
And another thing that makes Earth and Mars similar is they both have polar ice caps. You mean, and the North and South poles, there's a ton of ice.
So on the North and South poles, there's like a lot of ice?
Yeah.
Just like on what other planet?
Earth.
That's awesome, buddy.
And
Hey, do you know if there is a do you know if there's an atmosphere over Mars?
nope, not even one.
No atmosphere. Are there?
Because you see, it's very small, just like Mercury.
Nice. Now, are there any mountains or anything on?
Yeah. I know one volcano that's the largest in our solar system. It's called Olympus Mons, and it's so big, 3 times higher than Everest. Venus has got the second largest. It's called Mount Mons.
It's called what?
Mount Mons.
That's pretty good.
Mount Mons.
And I thought I've heard it called Olympus.
Well, that's on Mars. Mount Mons is on Venus.
Oh, I thought we were on Mars though. I thought you were.
I was talking a little bit about Venus.
Okay.
And now we're traveling.
Well, what is Olympus Mons? Let's get this straight.
Olympus Mons is a giant volcano
Okay, where is it located?
on Mars.
Okay, interesting. That's interesting. Can you tell us anything like why Mars might be red?
Because it has much iron content. That's like rain. If a car is let down in rain, it can turn it rusty.
Oh boy, so it has
So Mars has got its red color because the iron is and it's scared and the iron doesn't much iron content.
So it has a high iron content or a low iron content?
A high iron.
Nice, nice. Now, so are those you called what planets? Are those those were the inner planets, or what is that you just told us about?
Inner planets.
Is there
They're
any,
closest to the sun, and now we're journeying to the outer planets.
now, before we go to the outer planets, what's all these? I see a lot of Legos circling around those inner planets. What would that be?
The asteroid belt. It's a whole ring of asteroids that circles it.
Oh, it's a ring of asteroids that circle what?
The sun.
Nice. The center of our the sun is the sun. The center of what?
The solar system.
Nice. Now, would you take us for a journey, maybe to the outer planets, and
Yep.
tell us a little bit about those?
Yep. And I'll tell you which is a large planet. A very large planet.
Now, whose favorite planet is that?
Mine.
Yeah, and what is this? What is this planet that you love?
I'll tell you after I get it fixed. This is called Jupiter, the largest planet in our solar system. Jupiter is called a gas giant, and it's a lot of times bigger than Earth. And you can fit 1,000 Earths in Jupiter, and it protects our solar system. And it's very far away from the sun, since it's far away. That means it doesn't get much light.
Okay, interesting. Now, is that the smallest of the gas giants?
Nope, the biggest of all of them.
And do you know, does it spin the slowest?
Fastest.
Oh, really? It spins the fastest. That's
Yeah.
interesting.
It bulges in the equator.
It bulges in the equator. Tell me something. I'm seeing something red there. What is that?
Red spot.
That's a red spot. What is that?
Red spot, red spot, red spot.
What is the red spot?
It's a giant hurricane.
And how long do you think that's been going on?
300 years.
About 300 years. That's pretty cool. Now, are there any other red spots on Jupiter?
Yes, there's one more, and it's a little bit smaller. I'll get you even closer.
What do they call it?
I'll get you even closer to it. It's called Red Junior. It was made by 3 white clouds.
Interesting.
Then they bound up together and turned into a little red spot.
Dude, that's awesome. That's awesome. Do you have anything else? How many moons does Jupiter have?
I'll tell you how many. If you it starts with a 6.
Okay, and ends with a?
7.
Nice. So what number is that?
67.
That's a lot of moons.
And it's got the largest moon.
Wow, do you know any of the names of the moons?
I know the 4 moons that are largest.
Okay, can you tell?
All of them.
Can you teach us?
They're called Io, Europa, Callisto, Ganymede.
Nice. That's awesome. Is there anything else you'd like to tell us about Jupiter before we go on our travels to the next planet?
It's got bands of poisonous clouds, and there's no place to land.
Okay, so is it a solid surface?
Nope. Gas giant. That means when you go inside, it gets hotter and hotter.
What would happen if we tried to land on Jupiter?
Explode your rocket ship.
Yeah, would it?
It would crush it because it's so strong.
Oh, it would crush it. I think you're right. So, is there anything else you'd like to tell us about Jupiter, or are we going to travel to the next planet?
Well, we can learn one more thing about Jupiter.
Okay.
It takes 12 Earth years to finish an orbit around the sun.
Approximately 12 Earth years to orbit the sun. That is cool. Well, that's pretty neat. What's our where are we traveling to next?
Saturn, 6th planet. It's and you'll identify its rings and Saturn also has a lot of moons.
It does. How many moons do you think Saturn has?
62.
62. Do we know any of the names of those moons?
We know Triton, and I know one more moon. It's called Enceladus. It has water ice on it, and it's full with ice volcanoes.
So that could be very special. Pretty neat. Now, are these rings around Saturn very thick or are they thin?
Thin, and they're made of ice particles.
Ice
going
particles.
around.
Oh, nice. That's pretty cool. Okay, well.
And it's also like Jupiter. It's the second largest planet, and when you get deeper, it gets hotter and hotter. And then if you try to land on Saturn, then you'll crush your ship too, since it's so strong.
Interesting. Now, I have a question. All these planets, do they stay still or do they spin around in a circle? Do they rotate?
Yep, but they're not called circles.
Okay.
They're spheres.
They're spheres. And is there any planet that rotates in a different direction than the other planets?
Yes.
Which one is that?
Venus. Venus got hit hard by a meteor. One so strong that scientists made reverse the planet's rotation.
So scientists think it reverses the planet's rotation. That's nice.
That means go the other way.
Go in the opposite way. That's awesome, dude. Well, let's go ahead and keep traveling through our gas giants. Where are you taking us next? We just got off of Saturn.
And we're going to the icy giants.
Okay.
This is Uranus. You see, it's a light blue, and it's got methane in its atmosphere.
It's got methane in the atmosphere.
And it's got some water too.
And what's special about that planet? Is that cold or is that a hot planet?
It's a very cold planet.
Is it like one?
It's like the coldest planet in our solar system. You know what's weird about Uranus?
Tell us.
It spins on its side.
On its side, what does that mean?
It's spinning the other way.
Nice.
Uranus, it stays day every day.
Oh wow!
And
So
it
as
stays
it's
night every day.
That's interesting. So as it's rotating around the sun, one of the sides never gets hit by the sun, so it's always
Dark.
Interesting. And then the other side is
Always day.
nice, dude. That's pretty cool. Is there anything else you'd like to tell us about that planet before we go to the?
Since Uranus is very far away, that means it goes very slow around the sun. I'll tell you how many days Mercury goes around the sun.
How many? 88 days for Mercury to go around the sun. Hey, you're pretty good with numbers. How old are you? Oh, you're big 6. That's pretty cool, buddy. Can you teach us a little bit more? Are we done on that planet?
Yep.
All right. Well, tell us
Now
about
we're
this last
coming up-
planet here.
It's called Neptune. Neptune might be very different than the planet Earth.
What was Neptune named after?
It takes 365 years to finish an orbit around the sun. For Earth to finish an orbit around the sun.
Wow.
But on Neptune, it takes 165 years to finish.
Wow, that's
4 years to finish an orbit around the
a
sun.
full rotation. Wow, that's crazy. So it's pretty far out there. What was Neptune named after?
The Roman god of sea. Like Jupiter, like Mars was named after the Roman god of war. But Venus was named after the Roman god of love and beauty.
Nice. I think you know a lot about this solar system.
And Uranus was named after the Roman god of sky.
Oh, wow. Well, can you tell us a little bit about this other planet, this last gas giant?
This gas giant right here.
Yeah, is it cold?
Yeah, it's very cold, and you see, it's darker blue than yours.
Why? Why do you think?
Because it has more methane in its atmosphere. It's called the windiest. Windier than Jupiter's giant gargantuan great red spot. It's the mother of all storms.
Wow, the mother of all storms. Now tell me something. Do you think that how fast do you think the winds are on Neptune? Are they
1,000.
Whoa, that's pretty fast, isn't it? That's pretty cool.
And that's the end of our planets.
Okay.
Hey, let me tell you about something.
Well, how about this? What is it?
What planets out there?
Okay.
I'm going to tell you a little bit about these.
Can you do that?
Planets. Let's just start the first one.
Okay.
The asteroid belt.
Okay.
Between Mars and Jupiter.
Now, these dwarf planets, where are they located?
In the one in the asteroid belt. One.
What belt is this?
And 5 and 6 in the Kuiper belt.
Okay, so it's the Kuiper belt. Okay, so can you tell us a little bit about these dwarf planets? Because
This dwarf planet is called Ceres. Ceres is the smallest dwarf planet, and it's very small, smaller than Mars, smaller than anything, smaller than the second largest.
is it bigger than our moon? No, it's not. Interesting. Okay, well.
It's so small that it's covered with craters.
That's interesting. So it's probably been hit by a few things, right?
Yep.
Interesting. Well, are you pretty much done teaching us about the solar system?
No, I'm not done yet.
Okay, well, we're waiting to hear from you.
Ceres has a black sky since it has no atmosphere. The smaller you are, the no atmosphere. The bigger you are, the bigger the atmosphere.
Interesting.
So Jupiter has a huge atmosphere.
Wow.
Since it's the largest of them all.
Nice. That's really cool.
And Jupiter's as wide as 11 hours. Stretched out by side.
Oh, wow. How many Earths do you think could fit in that sun?
1 million.
Oh, about 1 million. Well, that's really nice. I appreciate you telling us about the solar system. Is there anything else?
No. There's a little bit more about Ceres. Ceres is a brownish gray color.
Oh, really?
And sometimes it's very close to Mars. And now we're venturing to the second dwarf planet from our sun, Pluto.
Wow, didn't Pluto used to be a planet?
Pluto was named after the Roman god of the underworld.
Wow. And is Pluto a planet?
It used to be, but Pluto was thought to be as large as Mars. But they knew how small it was compared to Earth and Mars and Mercury.
So what did scientists say?
It's a dwarf planet. They were arguing about it.
They were arguing about it. That's interesting. Well, that's really interesting. Well,
and then there's some dwarf planets. I'm gonna tell you some. I'm gonna tell their names. There's Pluto's little brother Chiron, and then there's I gotta find Haumea, Malkin, Earth. Earth is the largest of all dwarf planets, and that's all for now.
okay.
See you soon. Bye.
Bye.